Welcome to another edition of the Turnpike Sports Book Report. I'm Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We're here to give you a whip-around look at some of the latest news coming out of the sports betting and gaming industry. This week in our state and national reports, we're going to be continuing our discussions on November, December, and January numbers. We've got in the deal segment a golf deal, an X Games deal, and a multi-platform deal with Monumental Sports involved. Industry updates, the normal licenses, launches, closures, and we've also got a bunch of new casino openings to talk about.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Just in time for spring. I guess, they're getting their
or breaking
stuff.
ground, I should say.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought you meant opening.
No,
Okay.
no.
Breaking ground.
And then legislative roundup, Kentucky, Indiana, and Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be right back to start talking state and national reports after this. Welcome back to the Turnpike Sports Book Report. I'm Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We're going to be talking New Jersey and Pennsylvania and their records next week. We've got them just coming in as we're doing this taping here. But we're going to start off back in the calendar, November 2024, with the state of Illinois.
You know, every time I think of Illinois, I think of parlays. So I'm assuming you're going to give me some parlay numbers, too, along with the other numbers.
Not this time.
Oh, my God. What's going on with Illinois?
I'm giving parlays a little bit of a break here because we've got other things to talk about with the state of Illinois. We've got record handle and record revenue from the state of Illinois. Mm-hmm. The state became the third state to top $1.5 billion in monthly handle. It's the third time that's happened this year. New York and New Jersey are the only other two states to hit $1.5 billion in monthly handle. Fourth state to pass $150 million in monthly revenue. Joins New York, New Jersey, and Ohio in that area. So congratulations on those benchmarks. Through the month of November, all of 2024 through the month of November, excluding December, $12.5 billion in handle for the year.
Wow.
Yes.
Illinois has been beating New Jersey on monthly handle, so good for Illinois.
It's also nearly $1 billion more than the entire 12 months of 2023, so they're ahead of the game here.
So, lately it's been New York, Illinois, then New Jersey.
Yes. So. And DraftKings set Illinois monthly records with handle and revenue. Handle was $527 million for the month, $57.3 million for revenue. And then you have Fanatics and Fanduel both setting operator records in terms of revenue for the month of November.
Okay.
Moving over to the state of Maryland, we've got their December sports betting report moving ahead in the calendar here.
What I plan to do every time you mention a state, I'm going to ask about parlays. How's that?
Well, I can
just to annoy you.
I can tell you right now, in Illinois, it was about 60%.
Oh, yeah, it usually is. So. But I'm glad you said Maryland. Saying. So what about Maryland parlays? Yes. Just to annoy you.
Maryland doesn't break it out, so.
Really?
No.
See, I find that fascinating the way states report their numbers, too.
Yes.
You know, New York does it every week. Vermont, I love the way Vermont does it. They do in-state residents and out-of-state residents, so I love that.
And they've joined the ping pong crowd, too.
Oh, really?
Vermont.
Oh, my goodness.
We've got another...
So now it's Colorado, Oregon, and
Vermont.
now Vermont?
Yes.
Really? Wow.
Well, here we are in Maryland.
All right, let's
December
talk about
report.
Maryland now. Okay, we'll talk about Maryland
FanDuel set state record for monthly handle.
Okay.
BetMGM passed $900 million in all-time handle. Fanatics set their own operator record for monthly handle. And the state's retail operators came in with a $774,000 loss.
Okay.
Yes, in terms of revenue.
Well, what date was this? December? This is December. So,
yes.
you know, it's colder. People
Yes.
are staying home.
Yep.
I don't know. Betting is an interesting thing. It's one of those daily things you can do from your phone. It's like, look, if I wanted to place a bet on the Maryland Terps and say, I guess they have betting in for their college programs. Who drives over to a casino or a sports book to do it, especially in an eastern state?
Well, Maryland's got their own independent things. They can do long shots and some of the other ones.
You just do you just sit on your couch and do it.
Well, moving over to the state of Iowa, we're still in December sports betting reports here. State of Iowa passed $750 million in all-time revenue.
Okay.
Here's another one. State's brick-and-mortar books reported a loss of $545,000.
Okay.
Only 8 of the 16 paying out less than they took in. There's 16 retail books, 8 made money, 8 did not.
Well, certainly when we're talking about Iowa, I really want to hear about their parlay numbers.
Yes,
so.
There we go.
I'm just going to ask you about
there you go. Hey, it works for me. So
yeah, we should keep the microphones on when we go to commercial. When you're going to yell at me,
I don't.
I don't know the parlay numbers.
You just raised a good question. I don't know if Iowa breaks it out by parlay.
I don't know.
That's a good question. I have to look at that.
Yeah.
Going over into New England, we just mentioned Vermont.
Yeah, we
earlier.
teased Vermont a little bit.
We have their December sports betting report. Record handle for Vermont. 8.7 million wagers were made in the first year of operation for Vermont. Here we have our first table tennis report of the week. We've got another one coming.
Okay. Oh,
yes.
More table tennis.
Yes, more table tennis.
See, I didn't know Vermont was into the table tennis.
I think everybody is. It's just some of them, separate it out. Other people just throw it in the other category.
Yeah.
And they don't break it out.
So Vermont had a pretty good year betting. I mean,
yes.
And let's be honest, Vermont's a beautiful state, but if you don't like snow sports or cheese or turkey, you're going to bet.
Even beef is big up there, too.
Yeah. Vermont beef?
Yeah, the Vermont cheeseburgers are well known.
Our dad took a vacation. Yeah. Mom and Dad took a vacation in Vermont. They went to dinner. I was like, so they're famous for their cheddar cheese and they're famous for their Vermont turkey. Mm-hmm. And our father said he didn't have either.
Nor did he have blueberry pancakes.
He didn't even think about it. Yeah, is maple syrup a big? I would
Vermont,
guess they have
blueberry pancakes.
I would guess
Vermont maple syrup.
He had none of
that.
He had none of that. So,
but anyway, table tennis.
Yeah.
633,000 in December. Overall for the year of 2024, 3.19 million in handle for the state.
All right.
Table tennis. In-state versus out-of-state. Again, it's almost 2 to 1 in terms of
handle.
handle.
I love this stat. I got to tell you,
I'll just read them. In-state wagers, $15.76 million handle, 661,000 plus wagers with an average bet size of $23.83, which is about 65% of the total handle.
Sure.
Out-of-staters, 8.69 million in handle, 215,000 plus wagers, average bet size of $40.
Well, like I said, if you're on vacation anywhere, I mean, this is the only way you can see it. The numbers show it. But, you tend to say, hey, you know what? I'm in Vermont. I'm on vacation. Why don't I put a little something extra on it? Maybe it'll pay for my vacation or pay for the dinner I'm not eating cheese or turkey with. So, maybe that's the whole idea.
And before you ask, no parlay data.
No parlay. What is Vermont's parlay? I need parlay.
Yes. At some point, they may actually break that out. But anyway, moving over to our other table tennis state, we have Oregon.
Okay.
Their December numbers.
All right.
Record handle for the state of Oregon, 4th consecutive month of at least $75 million in handle. Table tennis, 3rd most bet on sport for the state.
Really?
$12.29 million in handle and almost $665,000 in revenue.
So this is December when football, hockey, and basketball are going on, and table tennis is the 3rd most bet on sport.
Yep. Okay. And if you think about it, Colorado's been averaging about $17 million in handle.
They're usually around, I think tops, they've been 5th most bet on sport.
They were 4th
table
at one point.
They were 4th at one point, but I've never seen 3rd.
No.
I mean, especially with football and hockey and, basketball being
I
played.
guess DraftKings offers really good rates on
I don't know.
Table tennis betting.
Maybe maybe they stream it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Last one for the week, we have New York, week ending January 12th. Fiscal year-to-date handle has passed $18.5 billion at that point. By the time this airs, we're probably going to be about 2 weeks further down than this, and it's going to be even more, as usual. 4th consecutive week with at least $500 million in handle. 4 of the last 7 weeks, at least $500 million in handle as well. 2 of the last 3 weeks, over $60 million in weekly revenue.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and DraftKings passed $6.5 billion in fiscal year-to-date handle.
Oh, okay.
Okay, no parlays.
Well, let me tell you, so next time we do this, I'm not going to ask about parlays, and you'll probably have all the parlay numbers and stuff like that.
I'll volunteer
and
that
I'll say, who cares?
Yeah.
I don't care.
There
I really
go.
don't care.
Well, that's it for the state national reports this week and our parlay report, our non-parlay report.
Yeah, right.
And we'll start talking deals right now. Starting off our deals segment, we're going to be talking golf.
Okay.
We've got Fanduel announcing a multi-year extension with the PGA Tour designating Fanduel as an official betting operator of the PGA Tour. They're the official odds provider on the PGA Tour's app and website, and for the first time, we're going to see Fanduel's live odds integrations in the broadcasts.
Great. You know, like late February, this is the time when I start really getting into golf. You know, football is kind of done, and you know, end of February, you're looking to spring. For late February, that's when I'm looking to spring, and every time I think of that, I think of golf. So I'm glad they're doing this stuff with Fanduel.
Yep, that's the first time they're able to do live odds integrations,
Right.
as well as, besides getting the PGA Tour trademarks and the rights to advertise within Tour media, and also Tour platform partners too as well.
Mm-hmm.
They are now given the rights for content and video right creations.
Okay.
They're going to be able to distribute highlights to FanDuel bettors through FanDuel social media accounts. They're also going to have pre and post game or pre and post match. It's in golf, but betting programming as well. So they have really expanded their deal with the PGA Tour, and also we will be seeing co-branded casino games on FanDuel Casino with the PGA Tour.
Oh, nice. I have FanDuel Casino.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. All
Don't
right.
know what games are going to be done yet.
I'll look out for that.
They're going to have a whole suite of co-branded PGA Tour casino games.
All right.
Very cool to see that.
I can't wait to see that. You know, by the way, golf, we were talking about betting and golf beyond the casinos. That is my favorite micro market sport to bet on because, you know, it's just the pacing is perfect for me anyway. I'm not that quick.
As long as your connections allow
quick
for
on the
low
draw
latency.
on that one.
You know,
What?
As long as the connections where you're at allow for low latency and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's been really good. That's that's the pace I look for in a sport when I'm looking at micro markets. So good.
Well, we're going from one first-of-its-kind deal to another first-of-its-kind deal. We have Alt Sports Data. Alt Sports Data has been making deals all over the place lately. They've announced a landmark partnership with the X Games.
Oh, wow.
They will be doing sports betting data and offers to their sportsbook clients, Alt Sports Data, for X Game tentpole events. We've got traditional bets and prop wagers are going to be part of the deal based on exclusive X Games data. We're looking at, some new real type of offers being done, especially now that the X Games also announced the X Games League. Which is a new team-based global format.
Wow.
That's going to be launching in 2026. And Alt Sports Data is going to have the exclusive data rights for that as well.
I got to look for what media deal they did because I want to watch some of that. So,
Talk about Alt Sports Data.
Yeah, I guess so. Alt Sports Data. Give us a call. Tell us where we can see this.
There you go. Last deal for the week, we've got Penn Entertainment. As a matter of fact, it's Penn Sports Interactive, the subsidiary of Penn Entertainment, entering into a long-term multi-channel partnership. That's a long way of saying this is pretty much everything with Monumental Sports and Entertainment down in D.C.
Yeah.
The deal secures market access for ESPN Bet in Washington, D.C., which is huge for that.
That's big. That's a big.
Yep. So. And they also become the sports betting partners of the Caps, Washington Capitals, NHL team, the NBA's Washington Wizards, and the WNBA's Washington Mystics.
Okay.
You're going to be seeing prominent in-arena and media components regarding all those teams and anything Monumental Sports does. I'm wondering also what we're going to see with the Monumental Sports Network, which just recently launched as well.
Yeah.
We're going to see some ESPN Bet and some Penn Entertainment branding all the way around there. And also there's going to be in-arena signage for all the teams. And there's also going to be responsible gambling messages.
Good.
Sponsored between Monumental and Penn Entertainment throughout the course of the deal.
Okay.
That's it for the deals. We're going to start talking industry updates right after this.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. At Private Healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With Private Healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private Healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready, and health insurance is your financial safety net. Health insurance has never been so easy and affordable. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, give us a call at 800-733-6860. 800-733-6860.
Welcome back to the Turnpike Sports Book Report. I'm Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We're here in our industry update segment. I thought I'd start off in our neighboring state of Pennsylvania. The Pennsylvania Gaming Control Board has announced that it placed 26 individuals onto its various involuntary exclusion lists.
Okay, so Vegas is the only one that uses Black Book, the term
yes,
Black
this
Book.
is an exclusion list.
Okay.
Actually, involuntary exclusion list.
Well, that's technically not the Black Book.
It is the Black Book.
It is a Black Book.
It's the Pennsylvania Black Book.
We should just use that term. I love that term, Black Book.
I
Sounds ominous.
I got to look that up. See if
sounds
it's trademarked,
ominous
right?
and threatening and things like that.
But it's their involuntary exclusion list. I'll honor the Pennsylvania Gaming Control Board by using their verbiage.
Yeah.
4 persons were left minors unattended in order to go and gamble. That's normal. We're seeing that a lot too much. That's unfortunate.
That's terrible. I was at a I actually took a picture of it. Again, it was a couple years ago and put it on social media. I mean, I parked in a Pennsylvania casino, and they had signs: "Do not leave your children unattended." Yeah. It is so sad that we need signs to remind parents, don't leave your children in the car while you go gamble. So I'm glad they're put these people on the exclusion list.
Involuntary.
Involuntary.
They
exclusion.
were put on it by the.
Good. I'm glad.
Board,
I'm good. They should.
Yes.
Should.
And 9 people were put on it for fraudulent behavior.
Okay.
And they put out a huge list of what these different behaviors were. All of it's basically setting up an online account using somebody else's information, somebody else's bank account, somebody else's credit cards. Mm-hmm. Here's one. I'll give it to you. Created and accessed 7 online accounts using the personal identifying information of other individuals, funded those accounts with credit cards belonging to another individual, then withdrew a total of about $1,500 from those accounts into their account. That's just one example.
That's absolutely scary.
Yes.
So,
it's something to keep in the back of your head when you're doing all this.
Absolutely.
So keep that in mind. And on that note, we're going to be leaving the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and their quote-unquote Black Book. Mm-hmm. Heading out to Nevada, we've got Betfred.
Okay.
Betfred has officially ended operations in Nevada.
Oh, wow. That's not the last state.
Pennsylvania is the lone state functioning in. So sorry to see Betfred go.
Yeah.
They were a good outfit.
It's a legendary book in
it
the
still
UK.
Is over there. It's still
UK.
going strong over there. So. Moving over to the state of Maryland, Maryland Lottery and Gaming has sent 11 illegal online operators cease and desist letters.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I'm assuming these are mostly offshore kind of things, or
they're unregulated.
Unregulated, okay.
And one of them is Bet US. Another one, there's a Stake US is another one that can cease and desist. None of the companies have agreed to block access as of yet.
Okay.
So they're defying the cease and desist.
All right.
Moving over to Florida, we've got the new...
Well, we don't know if they're defying, though. They just
they
haven't gotten around.
Well, that's called defying. You could send a cease and desist letter.
Oh, it was in my junk mail. I didn't see it. I didn't see the cease and desist. So sorry about that.
You want to say it that way? They haven't responded as of yet.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Going down to the state of Florida, we have the new Seminole Brighton Bay Hotel and Casino officially opening on February 6th this week.
Wow.
Yes.
Where is that? Brighton Bay?
Brighton Bay Hotel and Casino. It replaces the existing Seminole Casino Brighton, which first opened back in 1980. This is now going to be a casino with a total of nearly 38,000 square feet.
Wow.
640 slots, 18 tables to play on, table games-wise. They're going to have a smoke-free section, which includes 104 slots and a high-limit gaming area with 42 slots and 4 table games.
Wow.
And
thank you for, as a person who wears contact lenses, who anytime I go onto a gaming floor that people are smoking at, my eyes start getting painful and dry and things like that.
Couple of firsts for the Seminoles to include in this. We have the first hotel to open on the Brighton Seminole Reservation, and also the first Seminole casino property to have a 10-lane bowling alley.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
Bay
pretty
bowling.
cool. That's
Yes.
unique.
Yes.
Yeah, I bet you'll get a lot of business just for the bowling.
I don't know.
You know, I like that.
I know.
We need more bowling alleys
in
in casinos. We need more bowling alleys in casinos.
Well,
that's pretty cool.
They're
like
going
that.
to have a 7,000 square foot bowling alley.
Smart.
Yes.
I like that.
It's different. It's different.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. It's great.
Moving over to the state of Arizona, and this is a string of new casino announcements, groundbreakings, and buildings. We've got Arizona, the Pascuyaki tribe, breaking ground on its third casino in Arizona. Will include a casino, restaurant, a parking structure, and space for future expansions. They're going to have gaming tables, high-limit room, sports book, and a poker room.
Oh, good.
Nice to see a poker room.
Nice. It's I'm glad they're including one.
Yes. Over in Michigan, we've got the Grand Traverse Band of Ottawa and Chippewa Indians announcing plans to open a temporary casino within a government building they own.
Okay.
Yes, they're using it as a gauge to see whether or not a larger facility is wanted by the county there.
It's an efficient use of space.
Yeah.
That's what that is. It's a good test space, too.
Well, I'm seeing this a lot more because we have the, the Wampanoags up in Massachusetts.
Well, they're calling that a welcome center. I'm very curious to see.
But they're putting gaming machines in the welcome center.
Yeah.
It's a tribal government building.
Isn't Florida doing something with rest areas too? Isn't there a casino with a rest? That's a great one.
That's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
That's something Jersey should look at.
Well, look, I mean, you got food, you stop for your bathroom, and then you get some gas, and you know what? If you're sticking around a little bit, play some, some games, and make some money for the state.
Yep. Over in California, we've got the Coin Nation getting the green light from the Biden administration to go ahead with their new casino development near Windsor, regardless of the objections of the surrounding communities and also the surrounding Native American tribe. It's very close. It's about 15 miles away from the new Grayton Casino Resort project being developed.
Oh, okay.
So they're kind of upset at that they were granted the green light there.
Wow.
And the Khoi have signed an agreement with the Chickasaw Nation of Oklahoma to manage casino operations.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And our last story of the week here, we've got Alaska. We don't talk Alaska too much. We've got a casino with the Eklutna tribe.
Okay.
The Eklutna tribe received the support of the Anchorage mayor to build a casino right outside the city limits. Further discussion is going to be had on that, but I thought that was kind of an interesting announcement to end the segment.
I think that's great. I mean, give something Alaska. I'm sure people will like it, a place to go, and things like that. So.
And they'll be using the profits for scholarships, housing, healthcare, and cultural programs.
Nice. Good.
That's it for industry updates. Let's finish up with our legislative roundup. Starting off our legislative roundup, we're in the state of Kentucky with House Bill 33, which was just recently introduced, which will enhance the duties of the Kentucky Horse Racing and Gaming Corporation. That's their gaming division. They're going to be regulating land-based and riverboat casinos. They're also going to be doing the fantasy sports market, as well as trying to bring in more traditional casinos. Right now, it's all historical horse racing casinos in the state. They want more traditional casinos. 21% tax on casino revenue, kind of on the high side.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
And also the bill says that patrons have to pay $3 to enter the casinos, the traditional casinos.
Okay.
So it's sort of almost like what Valley Forge was.
I was going to say that. I remember going to Valley Forge in casino in Pennsylvania. They, I guess it's some kind of weird license that...
It's called a Type C in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's almost like you pay for a membership that day. So I think it was like $5 or something. It wasn't.
There's different levels too.
But it's like a cover charge.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's better than nothing if you think about it. Moving over to the state of Indiana, we've got Senate Bill 293, which would allow the move of the Rising Star Casino from one side of the road to another side of the road.
Oh, hey.
It also crosses a county line.
Oh, okay. So there you go. It gets a little complicated.
That's why they had to pass
where
this bill.
does the tax revenue go, and who has to maintain property?
They want to go from Fort Wayne to New Haven.
Okay.
So,
is it really on the other side of the road, or are you just saying that? Like, okay.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's basically.
Can you see the new area from the old area?
You probably could.
Okay.
I don't know the area too well.
All right.
But it needs to go in front of the assembly to vote on, so it's first steps.
All right.
And the last story comes out of Nebraska. We've got Nebraska Senator Tom Brandt introducing Legislative Bill 63, which is a measure that seeks to allow pre-match and live wagering on in-state college sports betting events.
Okay. Sporting events, not sports betting events. He hopes to have them.
Sporting events. Yeah.
He hopes to have them sports betting events.
They have retail sports betting there. So at licensed casinos, they have no mobile mobile.
So do they have? Are you saying they have the rule that like New Jersey has? You can't bet on in-state colleges or universities or athletic activities within the state.
Yep.
So he wants to change that.
This is technically an expansion of their gambling act.
Okay.
So we'll see if that actually makes any headway. I mean, they've got a lot of college programs. You've got University of Nebraska, Creighton University,
Cornhusker. Yeah.
Yes.
I had a law school professor from Nebraska. So.
Well, they got a lot of
schools. He was a big Cornhusker fan.
A lot of college athletics there. Exactly. Well, that's it for this week's Turnpike Sports Book Report. As always, if you're watching on TV, there's been a ticker flying by below us with additional news stories for the casino industry. There's entertainment and also restaurant information there as well. And then as the show is released every Monday morning, you will see a full print version on our blog, turnpikesports.us. Click on the blog button. You'll see stories that we talked about, stories that were in the ticker, and also stories we didn't have a chance to talk about anywhere else in the half hour that the show airs. So please visit that at your leisure. And as always, press releases, announcements, news, info at turnpikesportsradio.com.
And that'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.